Hi, my name is David Fleming from Disciples Ignited. We're studying faith in action. And boy, do we have a great lesson today. It's Hebrews chapter 11, verse 29. Let me read that to you from the NIV. The Word of God says, "By faith the people passed through the Red Sea as on dry land. But when the Egyptians tried to do so, they were drowned." Wow. Well, we know that the Lord was leading the Israelites and he told Moses to raise his staff up, and Moses did. And the Lord caused the Red Sea to part and caused the land to dry up, and they were able to pass through that which had been covered with water on dry land. It was miraculous. It was a miracle. But when the Egyptians tried to follow along that same path that was dry, God wouldn't have any part of it. He released that water and it drowned all the Egyptians. What was the difference? Faith. This teaches us a very important lesson. There is a marked difference between those who are following Jesus by faith and the world, those that are just living their lives. They can try to do the same things that you do, but they'll never be able to do it because you are ruled by a higher law. It's called the law of faith. As you put your faith in Jesus, God is watching over you with his divine protection. He is watching over you to work on your behalf miraculously, just as he did the Israelites when he paved the way for them to walk on dry land. But the key is this, is you're not just living a life trying to follow all the laws of God and trying to be good. Oh, no, no, no. That could just very much be religion. You're just trying to prove how good you are. Well, we haven't proved anything to God except that we're a mess and that we need his help. But as we put our faith in Jesus, oh, that's when God's miraculous power kicks in. Because as we trust him, as we follow him by faith, he is going to watch over us and he is going to reveal his miraculous power on our behalf. But it's only enjoyed by those who are walking with Jesus and putting their faith, their trust in him. Because he's not always going to be leading us in ways that we would want to go. Sometimes we see a Red Sea before us and we think, Lord, how are you going to get me through this? And he says, just follow me by faith. It reminds me how Jesus often would tell his disciples to do things that they would have questioned. When he told them to get in the boat and go to the other side of the Sea of Galilee, well, that was easy enough because they were fishermen. They could do that. But they got in the boat, and what happened? A squall came. That was a humongous storm that just arises over the Sea of Galilee just all of a sudden, and they thought that they were going to drown. But how did they get to the other side? Well, Jesus was asleep, and they woke him up, and Jesus said to the storm, "Be quiet, be still." And immediately the storm stopped. The disciples got to see Jesus in action as he put his faith into action. Y'all, we have such a wonderful opportunity to walk with Jesus by faith and see the miraculous move of God take place in our lives, all because we have put our trust, our faith in Jesus. So I encourage you, learn what it's really like to live by faith as you walk with Jesus. Put your trust in him and believe God to do the miraculous on your behalf, just like he did Moses and the Israelites. By faith, the Bible tells us, they passed through the Red Sea as on dry ground. And that was something that the Egyptians were not going to experience. Why? They had no faith. They didn't put their trust in the Lord. But you have. What an exciting life this is. But join with me tomorrow, and we're going to learn some more about faith in action. So I'll see you tomorrow.